Well, hi everyone. This week we're looking at the TEDx talk from Shawn Achor. Boy, this was a fantastic video where he shared about his experience and happiness. My only one criticism that I would say would be that he talked really fast, but he was able to use that fast talk to fit in a lot of witty comments about his personal experiences. I especially enjoyed his comments about his sister Amy the unicorn and Bobo. Those were just great. As others have mentioned, the attitude being measured here is happiness. In this video, he discusses how the world believes that happiness comes from success. However, his research has found it's really not true, that happiness doesn't come from success, but that happiness can lead to or can improve people's success in school or on the job or in other areas of life. His focus is on the study of positive psychology, and he says that this focuses on the question of why some people are above average in kind of many areas of their life, and they try to study those folks to identify why they're above average. He talks about the lens we use to view reality and how that lens shapes us and has a direct impact on our level of happiness and our success. So the level of measurement used, I think there could be arguments made for multiple of the levels of measurement mentioned in the book. However, I think that the one that was most used was the ordinal scale of measurement. Achor is attempting to rank the level of happiness of people. The book talks about how the ordinal scale ranks responses from 1 to 5, or the least to the most. We don't know exactly how he gathered his research because he doesn't share a lot about that in the video, but it seems to me that he would need to rank the level of happiness from those he studied while he was at Harvard and the businesses. I believe one of the samples used by Achor was convenience sampling. The book says that convenience sampling is the procedure of obtaining people or units that are conveniently available. Well, I think this fits exactly what Achor did while he was at Harvard. He was living in the dorm. He wasn't that creepy person like he mentioned, but they were there while he was talking with them. It sounded like he had a job to help support them, and so these students were conveniently available to him, and he was able to gather a big portion of his research that way. So the sample size, the video doesn't clearly explain the sample size he used. He did say that over the last 3 years he traveled to over 45 countries and performed research with businesses and schools from those countries. I did a little more research outside of the video to try to help with this one, and I found a review of his book called The Happiness Advantage. And that review talked about how Achor claims to have completed one of the largest studies of happiness. As far as fieldwork, he performed his fieldwork while at Harvard, as I mentioned, living in the dorms, gathering information from students. He was able to perform personal interviews with these students as he met with them. He also mentioned he gathered research in these other countries, 45 countries, businesses, and schools, and my assumption is that he also used personal interviews since he actually went to those locations. Well, I'm enjoying the comments that I'm receiving from people, and I look forward to reading your comments this week. Have a good week.